this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a...
Service is important to ISFJ protectors, and their particular brand of service leans toward ensuring the safety, comfort, and protection of others. These affectionate and warm-hearted people are true altruists who derive personal fulfillment from safeguarding family, friends, and coworkers from potential harms and discomforts. Protectors can talk long hours about the concrete details of their lives with close loved ones. Around strangers, however, their quiet reserve often masks their sympathetic nature. Strangers may mistake such a quiet demeanor for indifference or stiffness, but in truth, their demeanor is a sign of sincerity and earnestness. ISFJs passionately seek to help those in need, and of all the personality types, they can best manage others' disabilities and displays of neediness. Oddly enough, their interest in a person's well-being often wanes when the person is no longer in need. ISFJs possess a strong work ethic, a great aptitude for creating schedules, and an uncanny ability to carry out repetitive routines. They may work meticulously to the point of perfectionism in order to exceed expectations, though such hard work is so natural to them that it becomes an end in and of itself. When they undertake a task, they will finish it if at all possible. Of all the personalities, they are least hedonic. And if they allow themselves any recreation at all, it must be earned by hard work first. Another capstone virtue for them is frugality, and the wasting of money and time alike repulses them. Since they prefer to avoid authority positions, working alone suits them, and doing everything themselves holds greater appeal than delegating and commanding others. Protectors often undertake ignored, thankless jobs. Their meek determination often leaves them overworked, misunderstood, and undervalued. They may even downplay their own accomplishments. However, lack of gratitude for their efforts can leave ISFJs feeling resentful, though they likely bottle up these emotions that cause them inward suffering. Selfish people may take advantage of their temperament and work ethic, giving protectors more work and taking credit for themselves. ISFJs would benefit from learning to say no and standing up for themselves. Protectors value traditional hierarchy, striving to espouse conventional customs. These humble people take annoyance when others act above their rightful status in society. But when someone rightfully retains status by birth, office, or expertise, ISFJs display ardent attention and due respect. Protectors like remaining down to earth, leaving innovation and theorizing to other people. Routinized and scheduled service jobs appeal to protectors. Secretaries, curators, librarians, middle management personnel, insurance agents, and especially nurses. They dependably carry out tried and true methods, as well as seem to hold themselves personally responsible that others follow the rules and routines at work too. If others break rules, it may distress and embarrass them, although they usually keep such feelings to themselves. Repressed emotions may manifest themselves as stomach problems and fatigue. Cultural and family tradition reside in their hearts. Their thoughts often turn to history and experience, and this devotion to the past includes tending heirlooms. China, art, books, cutlery, jewelry, letters, photographs, and so on. Of all the personalities, tracing family trees holds most interest to them. Protectors dedicate themselves to the safekeeping and care of their spouse and children. Women ISFJs often choose to be full-time homemakers, decorating the home in a traditionally becoming fashion, preparing healthy meals, and keeping everything tidy. Men protectors step up to the traditionally masculine roles like breadwinning, financial management, and home and vehicle maintenance. Protectors teach their children to honor conventional rules and methods. A mischievous son may at times amuse an ISFJ mom, but she holds her daughter to a strict and proper social standard. Protectors are prone to fretting, maybe trying too hard to shelter children from peril and mess. Moms especially must learn to let children spread their wings on their own. ISFJ children are obedient, studious, and quiet, though they may give in to bullies because they shy away from conflict.
Give me that.
They make diligent students who could easily end up carrying the load in group projects if the other group members prefer to loaf. An ISFJ responds best to conversations that focus on concrete topics, practical moral principles, and include adequate emotional feedback, and be considerate of their and other people's well-being, safety, and feelings. An encouraging word helps keep these hard-working protectors going, especially since their quiet diligence often leaves them overworked and unsupported. Remember to let them know that their work is important and respected. Helping others means a lot to them. If they offer help, accept graciously if they can indeed be of service. In a conversation, give them adequate time to process their thoughts before they give a response. Protectors favor routine over spontaneity. Big, sudden changes in routine irritate them. Avoid disrupting their schedules too often, too suddenly, and too drastically unless completely necessary. Their diligent nature often leads to overwork, so avoid demanding too much of them, as they can become bitter and exhausted if treated like a workhorse. Encourage them to take more breaks when they seem tired, as they can easily wear themselves out. Give instructions using concrete language and a step-by-step process. Make sure the information is clear and sequential, especially if a skill is new to them. So, how'd I do? Well, we're not dead, so pretty good. When expressing an idea about the future, dreamy abstract theories likely won't convince or impress them. But if you relate your ideas of the future to past events, former success stories, and historical accounts, then they will likely show more interest and support.
You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale.
Thanks for watching! I hope that this video betters your understanding of your ISFJ loved ones, and that this understanding can help you live nothing less than a life of empathy.